Okay, we're back. We're recording. You're gonna be a star. What's the answer?
When he was running full speed, he was 10 yards away, so half speed he would be 5 yards away, so he would still win.
Yeah, because they were 3 yards. The other person was 3 yards.
But no, it takes the other person 25 paces to get up to full speed.
Why can't you, maybe, you know how I said half speed? Why can't you look up his name and then see how fast he is and then put it
Okay.
in half?
I think we had that. We knew how fast he is, right? We wrote that down. We wrote down the number.
Yeah.
So how fast was he going? He was measured in how many seconds it took to do the dash, right?
Yeah.
So what are the answers to that?
JJ took 4 seconds, while Coach took 6.
Okay.
However, at half speed, he would take 8 seconds.
Was it exactly 4 seconds?
It was 0.2. Actually, no, 4.39.
4.39. So at half speed is 2.2 roughly.
Actually, no, half speed would be 8.
8.8. And the other one did it in
It was a little over 6.
a little over 6. Okay, does that help? At half speed, the football player took 8.8 seconds, right? And at full speed, the coach took 6 point something seconds.
Oh.
Okay, now, did they ask you to do it with the other guy having a start? Remember in the video? Or did they start at the same time
It showed actually the football player getting a head start.
Yeah.
Let's look at the
5
video.
yard head start.
Yeah, he had a 5 yard. Yeah,
You want to see?
About Rich and the Fords.
We
So
wanna know-
here we go
wanna know.
again. Rich, here comes Julio. Okay, now versus Julio.
So they're starting him off first,
Half speed. No, not half.
and he gave him like a 8 yard. So it's actually pretty complicated. They didn't start at the same time, right? So you can't just compare the two numbers, right? The 8 and the 6 seconds, right? Okay. But you're starting to get an idea what's going on here, right? They're running at different speeds. Okay. They're running the same distance, right? And if they cross the line together, right, they're running at the same time. Okay, now I'm going to break a promise. I told you we weren't going to do an equation, but there is a magic equation for this stuff. Okay? And Sky has actually done this in one of her books at home. And you guys will see it eventually, if you haven't seen it already. It's called the distance rate time problem. Okay? And the equation is this. Distance equals rate times time. So if you know the speed and you know how the time, you can figure out the distance. Or you can shuffle the equation around, and if you know any two of those, you can figure out the third one. That's how equations work. But that's it. You're done with the equation. Okay? Okay? So, now we're just, we could figure it out, right? And maybe sometime in the future we'll start figuring this kind of stuff out. So, but then we're doing real mathy stuff. And it's up to you guys if you want to go there, or if you just want to just talk about the ideas, okay? So what's the guess? Who's going to win?
the guy in the red shirt.
Black guy?
Julio Jones.
All right, let's
I think
see.
the coach is
Let's see.
Julio Jones, the red guy.
Yeah, AJ's the red guy. Okay, so let's get back to...
Right guy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Black guy, Julio the red guy.
Here we go.
Okay, now versus Julio, half speed. No, not half speed. We went half speed with Julio here. Running down, Rich. Running down, Rich. Yes! Go get it, Rich.
Okay, So, again, in the future, if you want, we can do the actual math and you can figure it out using math, but we don't have to. We can talk about ideas, right? But the idea here is that, you know, you've got relative speeds, you've got times, you get distance, okay? So, all right, so this is the 3-act problem, right? The whatever, 3-act task. You're given a situation, right? And you're given some information, and you're given some questions, okay? You talk about it, you figure out, well, what kind of stuff do I need, and then you get more information. And then you talk about it some more, and then you get the answer, okay? Do you like this kind of thing?
I like it.
Yeah, okay. Now, there's a bunch of these different things. Now, in fact, let me show you them. It's kind of interesting. There's one that I know Sky's going to like, because there's one here that talks about how fast can you pop the bubbles in the bubble wrap. And the guys in the videos, you know, popping bubbles in the bubble wrap. But then in this 3-act task, it shows you bigger pieces of bubble wrap, and it says how long is it going to take to do that kind of stuff. Okay. So there's tons of these different kinds of things, and you can take a look at. There's one that's got a rubber ducky that you get in the mail, and it's got a piece of money in it. And you can buy these, and when you put it in water, it expands and you can see what the money is, see how much money you got. And then the question is, how much should I pay? You know, because you don't know how much money you're going to get sent to you in the mail. But it could be 1, 5, 10, 20, right? And the question that they ask is, how much money should I pay for that? Am I going to lose money? Am I going to make money? Okay? So there's all these different things that you can do, right? And we can talk about them. And I'm going to give your parents and you guys, if you want to, you can see the link to this, and you'll be able to look at these in advance, and you can cheat by looking at the answers. And you don't want to do that, okay?
Yes.
So there's lots of these that we can do in the future. Okay. All right, where are we? That's not what I want. Okay, did someone close my presentation?
I didn't. So
Right,
2,
right.
6, go to the left.
All right. Oh, it was right there. So, I want you guys, and you can ask your parents to get the link if you don't know how to get to it, but I want you guys to think about the kinds of ideas you want to talk about in future meetings, okay? So as I mentioned, the way we're going to run these meetings is, until you guys take over, is the first part, we talk about the ideas that you want to know about, right? Second part is we do one of these, and the third part is?
Whoa. Donuts?
Donuts. No. Kerbal.